That yard is a mess. Nobody's really touched it much in years, between people working and then of course the years that I have, as well as injuries I received in a car accident, made it so I couldn't keep up on it. Well, I'm not working anymore, so I'm working on the yard. Started it last year. I was taking videos. Only problem is, maybe we should all say this together now, the videos are at the bottom of Harrisonville Lake. So you got that? May try that again. Say it together. The videos at the bottom of Harrisonville Lake. I had still shots that I had taken to show how things looked like, so I could make a video showing the before and after. And all together now, the videos are at the bottom of Harrisonville Lake. Well, I'm getting ready to work on the yard some. Got the pond here. I need to get hoses so that I can drain it. I'm going to throw some mosquito dunks in there. And there's the upper pond, which you can't see, is that there's a little waterfall. It's full of leaves. Big pile of branches, and I burned them. Had been 2 of those round bales. Used them for the garden. There's only 1 left. Old pen here where we used to have dogs. I'll never keep another dog outside. I didn't want to, but hubby didn't want him in the house. He's changed his mind, fortunately. And big pile of junk over there. So I am now getting ready to start eating the elephant. Don't know how much I'll get done today. At the very least, I am going to be working on burning a lot of this wood. I said I don't know how much I'm going to get done. I should really be out here with a chainsaw, but I can't use a regular one. Don't want to use a battery operated one, and the generator that I normally use when I cut up wood is not working. In fact, it's leaking gas. I can't really use it. So I'm going to clean out my fire ring, and as long as this wind doesn't start blowing too much, especially since the neighbors took out all the trees that were back there that did a lot to block the wind, and these 2 died on me. See how much I can get done. Up around the fire pit and got a fire going. So first part of the yard elephant that I'm going to be eating is where I've already basically gotten cleaned up. It just needs to be re-raked, and I get that done. Of course, I'll be making piles of leaves. They will be run through the chipper, and I use this in my flower gardens. I think it looks just as nice as the mulch you can buy, and it will break down and help to fertilize your flower garden. Of course, what's a fire without marshmallows? True, should be more coals than fire, but I couldn't wait any longer. Just had to make sure it doesn't catch on fire for me. See if I can't rotate it enough to get it nice and brown and yummy tasting. And so far it hasn't caught on fire. It's smoking a little, but that's about it. And it is browning a little. Must say I like this type of marshmallow fork. It expands. It's got a little bit of brown to it. Since I gotta eat the elephant, I might as well eat a marshmallow while I'm at it. Well, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get it much browner. It's getting ready to fall off the end. So the end got nice and brown, so here goes. That was good. I am not 100% sure because it's so small, but this looks like a cut leaf red maple. I do know that there are people in the area that have them growing as an ornamental, so I'm going to be keeping an eye on this and see if that's what it is. If it is, that'll have to get dug out and put someplace else because I want that. I am happy to report that I was able to get as much of the yard raked up as I had raked up last year. It was raked all along to right about here, and so I stopped here. Might have been able to go a little bit farther, but I figured that was enough. Got piles of leaves all over. And of course I've got, this had come down before. It actually came down on the neighbor's shed. Fortunately, it didn't damage any of it. That needs to, of course, be cut up so it can be burned, as well as all this. And there's the tops of the bottoms of those trees as well. We've got raked all in the corner over there. All over here. Behind the pond here. There's the pond. I started raking out the pond. It's a little bit hard to rake that because the leaves are wet and they don't rake that good, but it's not as chock full of leaves as it was. I'm going to be throwing a mosquito dunk in there. Raked up over next to the goat pen. I've got to get my great blue heron decoy up, but before I do that I want to get it cleaned up and see if I can't paint it. This didn't rake up very well. I'll have to try that again. But all the way over into here. Now this little pool I keep, believe it or not, I actually have frogs and toads more likely to lay eggs in there than I do in the pond. So of course I do keep an eye on it for it. If I see mosquito larvae in it and no tadpoles, I will dump it. I've got another one over there. That one was dumped because it was full of mosquito larvae. This of course all needs to be cleaned up. I won't be doing any more of the cleaning back here for a while. I need to finish cleaning the flower gardens out front. I had been working on that last year, had a nice video of it, but everybody together off now. The video's at the bottom of Harrisonville Lake. So once I get them cleaned up, then I'll be getting the piles of leaves all chipped up and put in the flower gardens. Any that's left will go in the orchard once I get that cleaned up. The majority of the wood that I picked up today has been burned. This little bit here is all that's left. So I think I'm going to sit down now and enjoy my fire and maybe roast another marshmallow or two. Hope you enjoyed the video and have a nice day.